In pain we are born, in hunger we are embraced, in delight we are devoured. These are the gates of the body, and this is her promise. Welcome back to Benjamin the Bright Young Thing's travails. I need sacrifice my body to obtain coin, while I try to deal with Poppy LaSalles, for something is going on here. And I'm going to need to go through. Somehow, I will go through. I read this volume of Traveling at Night, and I've gained erudition. Elegidibus found his way to the White Door at last. Thankfully, speech can't pass the White Door, and honestly, Egalitibus never had anything very interesting to say. I tried to follow in his footsteps, but I never learnt enough of the White. I suppose I am thankful for that too, but here's what I do know. A sexton's secret. Certain knowledge, it is said, can be expressed only through the particular quality of a silence. It has been suggested that one can only read such knowledge with one's eyes closed, but only by mischievous commentators. My erudition grows. I will delve with reason into the dream again. And as I make it out with more vitality, it is everything I can do to keep myself from falling into a pit. It's everything I can do. And my health is weakening. Oh my. In the season of rags, Poppy will return. What would Poppy have of me? A tiny packet of tiny treasures, a gift from Poppy. She'll see me again in the season of rags for me to make the introduction I promised. Silva Spintra. Initiates of the hidden world use a spinatre to pay for services. They can easily be sold for more traditional funds. Silva spinatre are more valuable and usually display scenes of debauchery on the reverse side. And funds. She has funded me. She has funded me. Perhaps I will talk of the Red and see if there are people out there who know more about it, who can tell me anything while I search the city. An overlooked place? Something unusual? Moorlands. I've heard that his is a place of interest. Rare and sometimes dangerous books. What can I do with all this vitality, for I cannot grow beyond my steely physique? I need to know about the stag door, and I need information about the Grail. Well, I suppose that has a lot of Grail power on it. I don't know what to do. But I certainly have learned a lesson. What that lesson is eludes me slightly, and of course I now have an affliction. I dream of opening doors, red doors and gold doors and doors of glass and doors bound like books and railway carriage doors and castle gates. Behind was something I seek. I woke with the slamming of doors still in my ears. What can I dream on? Is there anything? Can I dream of the red? Can I dream of the white? I suppose I shall dream of the red and see where it takes me, but there is someone here, a day for new acquaintances, someone who wants to hear my passion. That is good. Who knew all of my time engaging in the pleasures would have prepared me for a life of physical labor? Is there anything else I can study? I can study my scholarship with many erudition. I can study even more vitality. What do I have here? Come with me. Passion and my red secret. Has Sylvia, an acquaintance, has lost her eye in the woods when she was 9 years old. Every year at Candlemas, she returns to the place she buried it. Interesting. That is an interesting woman. What do I do? Together, we might be more. Here is something I might work with, a companion or a follower, but first I must give them something to follow, a society, a sodality, an order, a cult. How quickly he slips into the world that Robert the Glorious once was in. I have begun my true work. The authorities will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. I've begun to establish a cult. What will this take? Tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together, add lore to determine my founding principle. My doctrine is the Bloody Cup, dedicated to the mysteries of birth, blood, and appetite. Oh, an intensity of radiance. That is unfortunate, for that may be a partial undoing. I must worry about my afflictions. I have the funds for now. More importantly, I have the steel physique of one who must make their own money. And I am full of vitality. Interesting. Some exercise will be to my benefit, perhaps, but I know what I must needs. The hour we serve demands that our passions are devoted to its purpose. I must give of myself. My passion, that I understand, and I need that to keep going. A glimpse of something more. The backdrops for tonight's performances are painted with nightmare images out of Piranesi, vast, impossible subterranean prisons. The dancers are monster masks, sudden as fire, each movement snapping with wicked intent. I keep... I have healed. That is something. And I've obtained some glimmering. That's not exactly what I need. I need something to content myself with. What do I need? A cult with one member is only an unusual habit. I must have a recruit. Sylvia makes a fine recruit. And again, vitality, a lesson learned. My vitality is pretty grand. I will need every lesson learned that I can possibly harness. And something more. If I know the right lore, I can employ the invisible arts. A deeper grace. I will taste what the Grail has prescribed. I will be alive and thorned and sweet. Or secret techniques. Nothing in this lore will be used here. I must choose something else. But my red benefactor understands what I am trying to obtain. How appropriate. Our rise begins. I founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult and send them on cult business. Sylvia, a believer, has a detailed knowledge of roof ridges and the river at low tide, of Irish whiskey, and of conjuring tricks. She is perfect for this. My exhausted passion, my red secret, my temporary headquarters. We must move this out of our way. Does no good to think of the inevitable now. I will be ready for it when it comes. And the Order of the Bloody Cup, an occult society dedicated to the mysteries of birth, blood, and appetite. Yes. Perfect. I have founded the Order of the Bloody Cup. Not enough, I suppose. Promote a believer by invoking Grail. My follower will kneel as a novice and rise an initiate. I will administer the necessary oaths myself. I knew that having enough Grail would be useful someday. And what is it I dream of? Ah, perfect. Exactly what I need. Fleeting reminisce. My desires catch up with me, though. The Grail's wonderful tides move in me. It's almost time to perform the work and begin the changes, but I must have enough Grail aspect. Indeed, I must. My vitality is a intriguing subject. I would like to see, Mr. Moreland, what you might have for me. While I dream of fascination and reminders of composure. Yes. Interesting. The Locksmith's Dream. Potions and Proportions, the second volume of Teresa Gallmer's examination of parallels in the mystic dreams of artisans. The front piece has been slashed with a razor. Interesting. A book. Of course. like all books, there is something that needs to be done there. I've become unwell, but my studies, a deeper grace. No storm can break a tree that bends. I have a flawless physique and more health. Machine perfection, sinew-bound ivory, tight in satin skin. From here, I can only deteriorate. Health and skill can increase no further. But arms of steel, once again I put my strength to use. Let's see where that gets us. In pain we are born, in hunger we are embraced, in delight we are devoured. These are the gates of the body, and this is her promise. Not all that is born decays. In remembrance of that promise, we give ourselves to the feast. Sylvia's favorite tactic is to smile and close her eye. It's remarkable how often her interocular will blurt out exactly what they're thinking. My Order of the Bloody Cup and my Grand Sylvia. I would like you to get out there and get some work done. I need a sacrifice. You need be a follower. I will explore these streets. You've done your job. I fear for you, for I do not know what will come in the following days. But I will dream with reason, again, to see what I can find. What has my machine-perfect body delivered me today? My strength attracts comment. Not all the comments are compliments. What can I do then with my flawless physique? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing except gain more funds to throw into the furnace. Nothing. Something of the Grail. No, this knowledge is needed somewhere. I can study this book, I guess, this volume, Glamour's Records, Fewer Dreams, and experiences more of her own elaborate theories. We see this again and again. What is below can't escape what is above. What is below cannot escape what is above. And I obtain some subtle fracture. Indeed. Time has come. Sylvia, my disciple. It has been good knowing you. My follower is gone. I remain. Populous sales is seen, here and there. She has more to say to me. And I am in a chilly atmosphere. What would you have of me? Perhaps I should not have been so cavalier as to make such a promise to one such as you. But I do not know what else I could have done. either. I suppose I must give my health to it. My dreams are profound. Something is coming. Read this volume of the Locksmith's Dream. The finest artisans all dream of the white door in the end. I'm no artisan, only a scholar. I think there's a secret that all these artisans know, but that secret is only half the story. A locksmith's secret. Interesting. Dream about my affliction, sacrifice my vitality to gain it back, I guess, since my vitality no longer has any bearing on what I can do. I've lost Sylvia, and what have I got? Passion, my red secret, my mystique, and Tristan. He gets things done. I might be able to recruit him. Alright, Tristan. Let's see if you're ready come over to the Grail. We've lost Sylvia, but we've gained Tristan. Poppy wants to speak to me again. I have my order, but there was a certain ascension that I saw. I'll need to follow up on that.